3D printers might be the most powerful tool you can have in your home. But the thing about a tool that can make pretty much anything is it can also make a whole lot of nothing. I don't know how many more 3D printed dragons I need to see at a farmer's market before I absolutely lose my mind. So today I tracked down the most popular home 3D prints of all time, and we are putting them to the test. Are they actually useful, or are they just a waste of plastic? We're counting down from the least popular all the way to the print that's been downloaded more than any other home 3D print on MakerWorld. And it all starts with this. Guys, have you ever found yourself in a place with no chairs and thought to yourself, man, I could really use a chair? Well, then I have great news for you. This is the compact portable chair with suitcase functionality. Everything to build the chair stores nicely inside the suitcase. It took about 35 hours to print and used 1.3 kilograms of filament. And it's been downloaded 9,600 times. Now, assembling this seems straightforward enough. You just take the legs out. These ends pop onto the bottom like this. Close this up, and then these just slot into these holes on the bottom of the stool. Okay, that should be it. Okay, so now to test this out. I mean, yeah, I think this works totally fine. Feels sturdy. I thought it was gonna be short, but it's actually a totally fine height. I'm also 5'9" for the record, but still. Okay, next up, the weight test. This was apparently tested for up to 206 pounds. I weigh around 168 right now. And yeah, totally fine. And then finally, let's see how easy it is to tear back down. That was so easy. Okay, honestly, we're starting out really strong. This is compact, it works like it's supposed to, and I actually think the design is really great. So I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Next print. Picture this, you're about to cook dinner, you have the recipe up on your tablet, but then you realize, uh-oh, I have nowhere to put my tablet. That's where this comes in. This is a mechanical arm holder stand for tablet/phone. 14 hours to print, 375 grams of filament used, 22,000 downloads. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, assembling this thing absolutely sucked. I don't know if I did something wrong, but the screws just didn't go in that smoothly for like half the holes. And once it's all together, tightening and untightening the knobs doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence. Once you get it set up, I will say it does work. It's tough to get these knobs tight though. I don't know why. Like, I'm cranking on that and I can still pretty much flex it even fully tight. It does give you the option to swivel in pretty much all directions. Another thing to note, it can't fit phones horizontal. It can only do vertical. Okay, I don't know, man, maybe I'm being a little harsh. I do like the design, it's really cool, but in terms of the scale, I feel like I'm gonna put this at a 3. Next print. This next one is a car garage key holder with opening door. This took just 4.2 hours to print, used about 128 grams of filament, and it has 32,800 downloads. This one is actually gonna get mounted right here. Now, I actually really like this one. I think the design is a ton of fun to use. It's super satisfying. The print really didn't take that long. The only issue is I don't actually have any Hot Wheels here at the studio, so I had to improvise a little bit. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Next print. Okay, this next one might look familiar to a lot of people. This is the iPhone standby dock designed by Scott Yuan and Overwork. The one I printed has been modified to fit an iPhone 17 Pro with a case on. It took 5.6 hours to print, used roughly 229 grams of filament, and it's been downloaded about 63,300 times, and honestly, probably way more than that given how many variations of this there are online. So if you're unfamiliar with this one, it is so cool. Basically, you need a MagSafe puck here, and this is optional, but you can also use an Apple Watch charger paired with that to charge your AirPods on top. This little guy is the ejector handle, so it slides right on top here. And when you put your phone in, you can push down on that to eject it. I did have to use double-sided tape to keep the puck in because otherwise the magnetic force from my phone's MagSafe would pull it out. But honestly, I think that's an issue with the upscale designs, not Scott's original one. And as the name suggests, once you have this puck plugged in, you can just toss your phone on there and it will put your phone in standby mode. Really cool. This looks great on something like a bedside table, for example. If I had the dock points at all, it's just for the fact that you have to use these 2 separate cables in order to get full charging functionality, but this thing is just so cool. The functionality is great. The design looks fantastic. I am personally giving this one a 10 out of 10. I think it's 100% worth the filament. Good job, Scott and Overwork. Next print. Up next, we have the ratcheted toothpaste tub squeezer. Try saying that 3 times fast. Ratcheted toothpaste tub squeezer, ratcheted toothpaste tub squeezer, ratcheted toothpaste tub. To print this little guy was just 1.4 hours with only 22 grams of filament used, 64,300 downloads. First up, we have to figure out how to assemble this. Insert the shaft into the knob.
knob shaft into the knob. Slide the ratchet flat side down onto the shaft. This little part goes down. Insert shaft into the body. Okay. It's working. Okay, so I think the way this works is the toothpaste goes into this little slot and then you just ratchet it. This is crazy. Okay, I think we're pretty much at max here. It fits the toothpaste perfectly and it's super satisfying to use. You can see when I twisted it, like starts to push the toothpaste out, which I'm not gonna do, but I would say that works pretty dang well. Actually very cool.
Okay, this one was super satisfying to use. It reduces waste on the toothpaste, and outside of being slightly confusing to assemble, I think it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Good job. On to the next one. Okay, I know it may not look like it at the moment, but I do try to keep this place relatively clean. And part of that is constantly keeping the tech wipe down with this microfiber cloth, but I have no good place to store it. Well, that is about to change. Introducing the auto-locking hanger gravity towel hook ribbed edition. This took about 1 hour to print, used 22 grams of filament, and has 67,400 downloads. I think my plan is to put it like maybe right around here by the 3D printer. And it is a wall mount, so okay, I mounted this terribly, but theoretically this ball should hold the towel when we slide it up into it. Oh yeah, wow. How's it taking it out? So I think it looks great. For some reason, it does hold the towel well. Removing the towel is a little harder, but I like it. I don't know if I'm supposed to be pulling the towel off or what. I also should have for sure mounted this more securely, but honestly, this does what it says it was going to do. I think the design is actually really pretty. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I could see myself using this now that it's here. Next print. Question: have you ever been cleaning your fruit in the morning and thought to yourself, 1, this is taking way too much time, and 2, I wish I had just a little bit of microplastic in my fruit? Then boy, do I have the product for you. This right here is the Hydro Bowl, a smart fruit and veggie washer. 15.4 hours to print on this one and 468 grams, 69,600 downloads. The innovation of the Hydro Bowl makes washing produce effortless. Its unique sidewater inlet creates a powerful vortex effect, gently spinning fruits and vegetables through the water for a deep, thorough rinse. Perfect for quick, efficient, and gentle cleaning. No scrubbing needed. All right, so to demonstrate, we have our blueberries here. First, let's wash them how we normally would. You know, my hands are all wet now. It's kind of a mess, I get it. Next up, the Hydro Bowl. All right, so we got the water spout lined up with the hole here, and let me just turn it on. Oh. Okay, maybe slightly less pressure. There we go. Okay. I mean, it's working. Let's throw a couple more in there. Wow, okay. You know, I'm kind of genuinely shocked right now. It just drains out when it's done. Perfectly washed fruit. So honestly, it actually worked very well. I'm getting water everywhere. Let me put this down. So the design, really impressive. I think given the amount of time it took to print, mixed with the fact that you would probably have to put some sort of food safe coating on this for me to really feel confident using it, and paired with the fact that you can buy one of these for not that much money, I'm gonna put it right in the middle at 5 out of 10. That might be a little harsh. I just don't know if I want to be rinsing my food off with a 3D printed object, but you guys can let me know if I'm overreacting. We are on to the next one, and we're staying here at the sink. Guys, let's face it, most sponge holders are boring, and if you're a Scrub Daddy user like we are, you might be thinking to yourself, there's gotta be a better way to display this. And well, someone made something. This is the Scrub Daddy Holder V2 with drainage. 2.6 hours to print and just 59 grams of filament, 84,700 downloads. So theoretically, the way this works is you set this guy down here. Let's go ahead and get our Scrub Daddy nice and wet, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing dishes, blah, blah, blah. And then when you're done, I genuinely think I have to blur this. Blah, 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 doing dishes, sponge is all wet. And you can see the water draining here, and kind of just use your imagination. All right, final verdict on the Scrub Daddy holder with drainage. This is probably going to come as no surprise. I am giving this one a 10 out of 10. It's just so good. It's 100% worth the hype. Okay. On to the final one. And in true home print fashion, we are staying in the kitchen for the final category. Guys, I have fantastic news for you. If you've ever thought to yourself, maybe size actually does matter, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't, because the #1 most printed item in the home category is a mini bag clip. Yes, this little guy right here was the most popular home 3D print. Coming in at over 100,000 downloads, this took 14 minutes to print with just 4 grams of filament used. And of course, it wouldn't be a true test without bringing others to the table. Why go out and pay for clips when you could just print your own? That's the question we're solving today. Classic clip works totally fine. Wide clip, great. Traditional clip, perfect. And finally, the mini clip. Beautiful. Absolutely zero issues with this. Works perfectly. Could even use it to seal something like bread, for example. I went ahead and looked up what this would cost. The spring-loaded ones are around $7 for a pack of 30. Based on that, for the final and most printed object, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. They're incredibly useful and they're super easy to make, but I can't quite put them at the top of the daily driver category just because there are some better options out there for not that much money. And there you have it, the most downloaded home prints. Most of these aren't really going to change your life. Some of them might. A big takeaway for me for this video is that download count shouldn't really be your metric for determining what to print. I totaled up the print time for these 9 objects. It was around 82 hours, some of which I'm using regularly now and others I've already forgotten about. The ranking on MakerWorld had nothing to do with that. Filament costs money, plastic waste is a real thing. I encourage you to think about this the next time you're deciding whether or not you want to print that dragon, okay? Jokes aside, thank you guys for watching this video. It's been really fun to see all the support on the channel lately. I feel like we're starting to grow a really cool community here, which is just so dope to see. If you want, feel free to go check out the other content on the channel, and if you like a couple of the videos, maybe consider subscribing, okay? Anyway, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you soon.